I'm curious, when someone new, you had Mr. White typing with you, and if other people typed with you, was it an adjustment?
Yes. Intrusion.
You only wanted Mr. White?
At first, yes.
What was hard about other people trying? What did they do different, or how was it different? How was it an intrusion?
Because I had to become myself for them.
How was that different from becoming yourself with Mr. White?
Because I didn't mind being Julie with him. Like, I like him, and to show him I liked him, I had to be Julie, and I would, and he would be happy, and it was okay. And somebody else that meant I had to take a personal interest in being Julie.
Whether you liked them or not?
Yeah. And you couldn't get away from them, really. It was intrusive. It was,
Was it easy, hard, or something else for you to tolerate it?
Well, if I was, like, say, playing with Legos, then I was lost in the Legos, and I didn't care what was happening to Julie or anything like that. Julie didn't exist anymore, just the Legos.
And this is like at age 12, 13?
Yeah, somewhat, like even before, see. But the intrusion didn't happen as much. After it was discovered, after all the tests, and I wasn't, like, Julie wasn't retarded anymore. When Julie wasn't retarded anymore, then everybody, you couldn't disappear. Like, you could be in a room of people and they would talk around you and it didn't mean anything because you weren't there. You weren't there. Then all of a sudden you were there, like all of a sudden you got their interest. So now they kept forcing you to do that thing all over again. And then it wasn't like you weren't like disappearing in the room. See, you understand? Like in a room full of people and you're not really there. You're just like floating from, here, there.
And also no demands are being made on you.
Yes, no demands were being made on me. But then all of a sudden, because of those stupid tests, they kept, like, all of a sudden I was in a room with a bunch of people and I didn't get a chance to disappear as much. Like, there could be even, like, not just one person, but like 4 or 5, like, all at once, and there's no escape. You can't disappear into the Legos, and you can't disappear into the carpet, like the rolls in the carpet, and you can't, like, disappear into, like, wallpaper or the edges on. You didn't do that, see? Because they would, like, pound on you. Then all of a sudden, like, you would make you do things like they want you to do it again, and then you would do it again in hopes that they would leave you be some, and they really kind of wouldn't. And then all of a sudden you just couldn't get away from Julie ever.
Even if you needed to rest.
Yeah, you were just like stuck in Julie. Then all of a sudden when you're stuck in Julie or you spend so much time there, you kind of can't get away from her. And then all of a sudden, you don't have that freedom you had before when you did things and shift, disappeared and then not disappeared. Like, I was just stuck there in Julie, and that wasn't really any fun at all. No, this is so not fun.
And at this point, is part of the situation that you didn't have a choice, that you could stop?
I was lonely because I really wasn't. See, if other people were playing without me or talking without me, I was wherever conversations was at. Now, when I was stuck with Julie, that meant that conversation was happening without me.
And if you didn't know if you weren't aware of Julie, then
and if you're stuck in Julie, then
suddenly
all of a sudden it's shut out. All of a sudden it's happening without you. You're not free to be Judy. You're not free to be Sylvia and Tammy. You're not them. And then it seems like Sylvia and Tammy and Judith, they're like talking, but it's like you're not there anymore. You're not having free range. No. It's with the exclusion of Julie, which is where you're stuck at. And then you don't, that is that whole disconnect. And then you have to figure out how to reconnect. Only you can't reconnect the way you used to, see?
Yes.
And now you want to be part of them like before, but not like before. Like,
how old were you when this was happening?
like 12.
Yeah, so that's a hard age anyway, because 12-year-olds usually have a lot of feelings, and
Yeah.
and then you had even more.
Yeah. That was bad. And there was no going back, see.
Now, when did your family start to communicate with you?
Then, yeah. See, that was emphasis. You saw that? Did you?
Yeah.
You have to tell me that you got that. See? Like
Yes, I did.
Like,
I did.
yeah. Because then I won't do it again.
No, I did get it. I did. And part of what you're not getting is that I'm here riveted to listening and watching, and I'm doing a lot of body movements to acknowledge without thinking, and I have to keep remembering I have to use my voice because you're not looking.
Oh.
So I'm picking up like how you just responded about your family members and the way you said yeah. It was
That was emphasis. See.
Yes, and I did hear it.
Appropriate timing with intricate pattern relaying a message beyond just yes.
Yes, not
That's
just
important.
information.
That's
Feeling and information.
yeah, like the speech within speech. Yeah. She's actually better at that than I am, and I think my theory too is because she couldn't perfect the speech, refine the speech part, so she's refining the tone part. Got it?
Yes.
Because I noticed like her speech isn't as good as mine was, like copied as well, like her cat comes out like ah. See?
Uh-huh.
And a lot of people don't know that meant cat, see? But I when I was her age, I could make the cat sound. Cat, like you got it, that, see?
Yes.
But I didn't get the tone till later. But I had to work on one thing at a time. So I had to, like going upstairs, see?
So,
and then she's got the tone perfected, I think, because she, you know, like if she could perfect something, she has to perfect tone. Like,
otherwise it just sounds mechanical and it's hard for typical people to understand the inflections.
She's got the tone.
Yes.
Because she don't have the speech yet.
Oh, and it will be difficult to do both together?
I don't know why she don't got the speech together. So I guess she just worked on, like, for example, I just wanted to I was obsessed with speech, see?
Yes.
So I only cared about getting the words out. So I didn't care so much about the tone because I noticed that even if I said it the same way, it didn't dance the same way.
Yes.
Yeah, she's making fun of me, but at least when I said dog, people understood I said dog. Let's see how many people understand when you say, oh. Not that many.
Well, I want to...
She's making fun of me, see. But she's a joker. She don't mean nothing by it.
Well, maybe also Dolphin wishes she could use speech as much as you could use it. So she might be a little jealous.
But she didn't practice before, see, because like everybody said I talked when I was 9. So I think that when she turned 9, she just thought that it was going to be like a light switch and she was just going to be like...
But I want to transition into the whole thing about speech in just a minute. The only thing I want to finish with the typing is, so did Mr. White or somebody tell your family you could type? And then did you start typing at home, or how fast did that happen?
My family was focused on the fact that I was blabbering all the time, and my mom was upset because it's like I had speech but I didn't have communication. Right,
and but what I'm wondering is, you could type, so did your mom start to say things to you like, Julie, what do you want for breakfast? And you could type an answer for her? Or what began with your family with typing, or was there any? Was there only typing at school and in life skills? So, but not at home?
My grandmother, yeah, a lot more. Mostly in school, but
so at home you could be...
I could read though, because I would read the books, even though I ate them too.
And this was after you started typing and they started giving you better books and things?
I always wanted books. So.
But you weren't getting them at first when nobody knew you could read or type. You were just getting baby books.
Yes. I like the baby books too.
But when people knew you could read and write, then you were getting more type typing and reading. Then they began to let you have more interesting books, even if you might tear out the pages or eat them.
They changed everything.
But did you disappear at home? It sounds like
I could disappear at home,
but not at school.
Yes.
And your family did not go, oh, you can communicate at school, let's do it at home too? Let's type at home also?
Did you want to kill me?
It's too big of a transition.
I think I would. I had to take a break.
But
my homeland was, after a while, the only place I could take a break. See, after a while.
But
I couldn't get away from anybody. I'm home and I escaped and stuff.
But of course, at this time, your family and teachers didn't know this is how you're feeling, did they?
No.
So I'm just saying, but they decided to compartmentalize that typing was something at school and it wasn't something you were doing at home.
They had to do catch up because they were upset. See, I did something wrong. I took the test. I should have lied on the test. If I lied on the test, then the changes wouldn't have been so terrible.
If you had lied, what way?
Yeah, but I didn't know how to lie then.
To answer questions wrong, you mean?
Yeah, like now I can, if someone says hello, how are you? I can say fine, thank you.
Whether it's true or not.
Yes, but you have to sort of like make it no meaning. Just this is the automatic response that goes to this automatic response. It doesn't mean anything. You see, because when somebody says, hello, how are you? At first, it used to be the principle of the thing, because I don't want you to ask me, how are you, if you don't mean it, see?
Yes.
And so...
Or if I don't want to listen to your answer.
Yeah, like if I was like, if you don't ask it then, see? So I didn't care, I would wait 20 minutes, they could wait 20 minutes while I went through the whole, okay, this is how my physical well-being is, this is how my emotional well-being is, and things like that. So, you know what I mean.
Yes.
Because it would upset me, so, because I realized afterwards that they kind of wanted the automatic response. But now I just, that really is an issue for me because it bothers me to a great deal. Somewhat still that I do that because I feel like I have been corrupted.
Because to conform to etiquette, you have to do something that's dishonest.
I don't know why it bothers me. See, I don't. It just doesn't, it's not the correct answer. It's the correct answer, it's just not the correct answer to me. So I have to think of it that way. I have to think about it like, okay, it's not the correct answer for me, but it's the correct answer for them. And my correct answer will be incorrect.
Would it be sort of like if the letters on the keyboard are not in correct order?
Same thing.
Yes, but I have to accept it because I don't have a machine to fix the keyboard.
The same thing.
Yeah, very emotional response there. The same thing. Bingo, you got it, Sarah. That was your expression in your voice. The same thing.
Yeah. See,